Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're jumping into a cricket match that just completely defied logic. This was a clash from the 2026 IPL season, Kolkata Knight Riders versus the Lucknow Super Giants, and let me tell you, it wasn't decided in 40 overs. Nope, it was decided in just a handful of moments that were absolutely heart-stopping.
Okay, so let's set the scene for the moment this whole game pivoted on. After this long, grueling chase, it all came down to this right here. The Lucknow Super Giants needed the impossible, 7 runs from a single ball. Now, if you're not a huge cricket fan, that's basically like needing a Hail Mary touchdown on the final play. A 6 ties it, anything less, and you go home.
And then, it happened. Absolute chaos. Under all that pressure, Mohammad Shami doesn't just swing, he connects, and he launches that ball into the stands. A 6. The scores are level. The crowd is going absolutely insane. We weren't done yet, not by a long shot. We were heading to a super over.
But that last ball 6 wasn't just some random moment of magic. It was the explosive climax to 40 overs of momentum shifts, individual brilliance, and some pretty stunning collapses. So let's rewind a bit and see how this incredible match got to that boiling point in the first place. So, we're going to start with KkR's innings, which was, well, a tale of two halves. It started with a total disaster, a batting failure that really should have been game over for them right then and there. But it was rescued by one man's unbelievable solo effort. KkR's start was, it was nothing short of a nightmare. Their top-order batters, the guys who are usually their strength, they just crumbled. We're talking about experienced players like Rahane just not making an impact, and key guys like Seifert not even getting a single run. At this point, KkR wasn't just struggling, they were staring down a really embarrassing low score. But, in the middle of all that chaos, one player just refused to give up. His name, Rinku Singh, and he played an innings that people are going to talk about for a long time.
And this right here is where Rinku Singh just took over the game. Look at these numbers. This wasn't just rebuilding. No, this was a full-on counterattack. 5 massive 6s. He basically single-handedly dragged his team from what looked like a disaster to a pretty competitive total of 155. He didn't just save his team from embarrassment, he actually gave them a real fighting chance.
All right, so KkR had a total on the board, something to defend. The pressure now shifts completely over to the Lucknow Super Giants. And if you thought KkR's innings was a wild ride, well, LSG's chase was about to take things to a whole other level.
Lucknow's chase was just a masterclass in unpredictability. Seriously, they started out strong, looked like they were in total control with Pant and Markram. Then, bam, out of nowhere, a classic middle-order collapse. And just like that, KkR was right back in the driver's seat. But the drama wasn't over. A late surge from their lower order set up that unbelievable final over, which, as we know, ended with Shami's game-tying 6. Just a roller coaster.
So, with the scores all tied up at 155, the match gets pushed into cricket's most high-stakes tiebreaker, the super over. 1 over, per side, to decide the winner. This is where it gets intense.
For anyone who might not be familiar, this is basically cricket's version of a penalty shootout. 6 balls, you get 2 wickets, and the pressure is just immense. It is designed for pure, unscripted drama, and boy, did this one deliver. And the 2 super overs couldn't have been more different. It was like night and day. First up, KkR's spin wizard Sunil Narayan gets the ball, and he just ties Lucknow in knots. A wicket on the first ball, another on the third, and he only gives up 1 single run. That's it. The pressure was on, but KkR's response was simple. Send out the man of the hour, Rinku Singh. He walks to the crease, faces 1 ball, and smashes it to the boundary. Match over. Just clinical and absolutely ruthless.
So, after all that chaos, all the drama, the highs, the lows, what was the final fallout? What did this absolutely bonkers result actually mean for these two teams? Just think about it for a second. After 240 balls of intense, back-and-forth cricket, the entire result came down to just 4 deliveries in the super over. It's just a perfect testament to how fine the margins are in this sport. It's a brutal way to lose a game, but an absolutely electric way to win one.
And the consequences in the league standings? They were immediate, and they were huge. For KkR, this was a massive morale boost, and it pushed them up the ladder. But for Lucknow, wow. A loss like this, where you snatch defeat from the jaws of a tie, can be psychologically devastating. And yeah, it sent them plummeting all the way to last place.
It really makes you wonder, right? What's the main takeaway here? Do we remember this as the match where Rinku Singh's incredible solo effort just won it for KkR? Or is it the ultimate proof, right down to that last ball 6 from Shami, that in cricket, you can never, ever, ever give up until that final ball is bowled? It's a classic debate, and this game was the perfect example of it.